starting out solitary. It's Lippy Witch, and we are on week 218, and we are talking about not losing our faith. Oh, why am I thinking of like an REM song? No, questioning our faith. Now, for me, I did not, I was not raised with any particular path of faith to follow. I was aware of the Christian stuff just because you're inundated from a young age, even if you're like at public school or, just commercials, and especially in like the 80s, um, just everything was kind of Christian centric. Um, so I was well aware of like what angels were, God, devil, hell, heaven, the basics of things. Noah's Ark, departing of the Red Sea, um, Judas, just, basic stuff. um, my parents never went to church, or if they did, it was when like my grandparents were visiting from the Midwest, don't you know? Minnesota, and they were Catholic for sure. And it was usually during Christmas, and they'd go to like Christmas Eve mass, which it's kind of neat on its own if you go to a church that does like the choir stuff. And sorry if I keep playing with my hair. I've got a ceiling fan, which is new to my room, going, and it's tickling the top of my head because it's moving my hair. I don't like it, but it feels good. Hopefully it's not messing with the microphone though. Anyways, so again, I wasn't raised with any particular path to follow, faith. So I was kind of an agnostic atheist anyways, and then I started getting curious about paganism in my teens, right around when the craft came out, of course. And then my dad decided, who was also raised in a Catholic family, decided he was going to be Wiccan. I was like, okay, so I've got a pagan daddy. So that made me lose any interest in pursuing that. And up until my mid-20s, I was pretty staunchly atheist. I had some theological interests because, religion and spirituality is interesting. I was still curious about witchcraft, and I would do research and watch documentaries and whatnot, but never really get active in it. And definitely into divination, which is actually what kind of pegged me um, down into really thinking about my spirituality and what path I'm on. I learned very quickly not to label myself in any particular religion or path, because what I do is not really focused on any particular path. I introduce very eclectic aspects, like from Buddhism, Hinduism, Native American origins, Celtic origins, a diverse. I'm an eclectic atheist witch. That pretty much sums it up. And in being eclectic and taking from different um, pagan or pagan-esque cultures, or what was the word? Like, or pantheistic or polytheistic um, religions. I can't abide by just one rule of like from one religion, or I'd be practicing that religion. Um, I constantly question my faith. I think it might be the atheist aspect and not having been raised to believe that there is a higher power. Um, you know, I think questioning is healthy. It's good. Um, if you're questioning yourself and you're getting a bad feeling, it's probably not the right thing for you. If it's causing a lot of anguish, same thing. Or an aspect of it may need to be removed that is causing anguish. Um, I don't know. Like, say for example, you realize you're a witch, and you're let's say you're either a minor or you're a young adult who's living with your family who uh, would kick you out or make your life very difficult if you came out. So in essence, you're in the closet, you're in the broom closet. Um, so the anguish there is not your spirituality, it is the external input from the family. So at that point, you kind of have to figure out either how to deal with it or how to um, remove yourself from an unhealthy environment. Um, I think a lot of people get that type of stuff confused with questioning your faith, because that's not really questioning your faith. It's questioning what's more important to you. Keeping up the status quo, or appeasing other people, or doing what calls to you as being true to you in your spirituality. Yeah, I could rant on for a while, but I'm going to stop now. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.